The collision shocks the location's natural world, and the ship finally ends up touchdown in the center of a lake. Two humanoid figures in superior spacesuits emerge from the impact. One of them helps his partner get out of the water, and as he passes out, he has short flashbacks of the beyond. Upon awakening, the spaceman realizes that his companion has died of an intense chest wound. In the distance, he hears a robot name, being a PC stranded in the lake. The guy saves the machine and asks in an unknown language for facts about the planet they landed on. He additionally asks approximately the whereabouts of different ships, but the PC tells him that there aren't any statistics of close-by ships. After his unhappiness, the man prepares for the laptop to download and transfer to him a sequence of statistics about the planet, its civilization, species, languages, and way of life, something difficult and painful for the person to assimilate. After that, he seems to advantage a second breeze and practices his aim with a destructive gun that controlled to continue to exist the collision. At dusk, he makes a grave for his fallen colleague. The Outlander's new mission is to survive the unknown area, a considerable woodland, using most effective his gun. In the hunt, he finds the dead body of a whale subsequent to a destroyed and abandoned village with signs and symptoms of an assault via something other than a human. Noticing that he's being found, the Outlander flees, but is intercepted by means of a horse rider, who knocks him subconscious and causes his weapon to wander off inside the river. While passed out, the Outlander is taken hostage to a close-by Viking village that is surrounded through a wood wall. In a terrific haul, young Freya and her father, King Hrothgar, have a sword fight. Freya tells her father that she will now not marry her suitor Wulfric, a pretender to the king's throne. The conflict concludes when Freya's father cuts her shoulder, so he makes a decision to heal her. Wulfric indicates up, however his pedantic mindset handiest makes Freya dislike him and go away. Hrothgar and Wulfric communicate about how a nearby village become destroyed, and Wulfric tells him that on their inspection, they control to seize a person, however he seemingly doesn't belong to any regarded village. Their hostage, the spaceman, is displayed in front of the villagers, surprised and mocked through his garb. Wulfric takes the person to a hut for wondering. He asks the Outlander his name, and he says his call is Canaan. Canaan lies to them, pronouncing that he is from an island within the north and is virtually there hunting dragons. However, the guys don't believe him and assume it was him who attacked the close-by village. Canaan tries to get away, however the Vikings are too strong for him. After being held, Canaan tries to break out the use of a burning iron bar, however simply before he succeeds. Freya appears to take care of him, as Wulfric requested. Hrothgar asks Wulfric about the Outlander at nightfall, but Wulfric tells him that he refuses to cooperate. Hrothgar tells him that Gunnar, the leader of the destroyed village, have to be sought out, and explained that they were now not those who attacked him. Wulfric hesitates about this, as he has a grudge in opposition to Gunnar for killing his father, the former king of the village, but Hrothgar explains that this become due to the fact his father become reckless, and he does no longer want the same fate for him. Back to Freya and Canaan, she asks him if he changed into the only who attacked the village, however he denies it. Before proceeding, Canaan breaks loose, assaults Freya and his guard, trouncing him. Canaan attempts to escape within the middle of the night, and his plan would have worked, besides for the alarm starting to sound and announcing an enemy attack. All the Vikings rush into motion, questioning it's Gunnar taking revenge. They are surprised to look nobody outdoor, best to realize that the enemy is already in the village. An unknown enemy starts off evolved a killing and burning spree, a tentacled creature hiding within the stables. Canaan starts off evolved chasing the beast, but his shield starts off evolved chasing him. The shield is later killed through the mysterious monster, who incorporates him to the threshold of the timber wall. Canaan calls the creature Morwen, the real dragon he turned into seeking out. Before going for it, the Vikings find Canaan, simplest to tie him to a rock. There, Canaan has flashbacks of Morwen attacking his global and him lamenting the lack of his human beings. The next day, a bad village boy offers a few bread to Canaan, who accepts with suspicion. The village guys try to find out who would possibly have brought on Ultimate Knight's invasion. They take Canaan to Hrothgar, asking him about the intended dragon he's searching. Canaan explains to them that the so referred to as Morwen also attacked his humans and that it lures beings with lighting fixtures and then murders them. He confesses that he added the Morwen to the village, however simply earlier than Canaan is accomplished. Hrothgar intercedes for him, claiming that he doesn't quite believe his tale. Canaan is familiar with that they'll hunt Morwen, so he asks Hrothgar to go together with them. The Vikings give him a horse and Freya a punch for the sooner attack, and it's miles then that they depart the village to look for the beast. A smith named Boromir gives Canaan some mead, but Canaan spits it out. Hrothgar strikes up a verbal exchange with Canaan, and he tells the king that in the event that they don't forestall Morwen, the village can have the equal fate as his domestic. Wulfric announces numerous corpses inside the region and proposes to shape day trip businesses, but Canaan does not take into account this plan possible, considering it higher to live together. Still, Hrothgar prefers to move in pairs. While investigating, a severed horse's head falls from the heights to Hrothgar and Boromir. Another couple finds charred corpses outdoor a cave, and shortly they discover something risky. After listening to the screams of terror from the couple within the cave, they all congregate to pass interior. They find to undergo and start a fight, defeating it now not without a few resistance. During the struggling, Canaan grants the very last blow along with his sword. 4:50. Hrothgar makes a decision to spare Keenan's existence after defeating the Undergo, granting him his freedom. The village celebrates the victory over the Endure with a dinner party. Amid the celebration, Canaan sings again, most effective this time within the people's own clothing. To his marvel, each person welcomes him warmly, and he is going to eat with Hrothgar. At dinner, the boy who gave Canaan bread sings, and Canaan decides to return the preferred by means of lending him the effective sword that killed the Endure, on the circumstance that he must tell him his name, to which the boy simplest replies Eric. Hrothgar explains to Canaan that Eric's parents died, and they're looking after him. Wulfric makes a decision to begin a sport known as shields and challenges Canaan. Several men make a rectangular course the usage of most effective their shields, and the competition need to climb on them and then grope their manner ahead. After a chain of pirouettes, Canaan falls on Boromir, but Wulfric, a ways from mocking, enables him up, now trusting him extra as the human beings cheer their new member. After leaving the exceptional corridor, Canaan meets Freya, who thanks him for helping her father on the expedition. Canaan explains to Freya that it become not the bear who killed her people, however the Morwen, and that it will return every time. Suddenly, Gunnar's Viking organization begins an enemy attack, bursting into the village. There is a conflict of swords among the two aspects, with Canaan and Freya killing a couple of enemies each. Hrothgar encounters Gunnar, who fees at him, knocking the king to the floor. Before killing him, Canaan seems to shop Hrothgar, however just as Gunnar becomes pulling himself together to counterattack, his guys address him and take him away, claiming they have got misplaced and it's time for a retreat. Gunnar's institution leaves, however no longer without Gunnar cursing Hrothgar, accusing him of being the murderer of his own family and people. The village attempts to recover after the assault, and Freya explains to Canaan who Gunnar is. Years in the past, Wulfric's father wanted to collect all the villages to devise an assault at the Franks, however Gunnar did now not display up, feeling this as a betrayal, so both villages have cause to hate each other. Gunnar's institution plans on their subsequent assaults on Wulfric and his human beings. One of them breaks far from the group to pee, and he's attacked via the hiding Morwen inside the lake. Gunnar's guys start to fall one by one, believing it to be a surprise attack by using Wulfric. Gunnar is left by himself in the front of the beast, finding out to assault it without worry. In the village, some of Gunnar's guys appear screaming and surrendering, wanting to go in order no longer to die. However, Wulfric thinks it's an entice, so he prepares his archers to